Hi and welcome. This is Gail. So tonight I thought that I would share with you what I've been doing so far with Dephemerember, which is of course hosted by Luise Heinzl and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. Now, I think we're into day 5, headed into day 5, and I'm just going to show you first of all the journal that I'm using. This is the prompt list, which is a freebie downloadable on either of their websites, and I will list their links below. And also, while I'm at it, I apologize for the shadows, especially over here. It's the time of day, the best I can do considering the lighting. And let me show you, this is a stencil that I got from PM Artist Studio, Geometric Polynesian, which I've played with a little bit, and I'll show you what I've done with it as a practice. And then you can see it's used, but these are made out of Yupo. They're very sturdy, and you can see the other side is nice and clean, but I'm going to be using that in a few minutes. So the journal that I am creating to do Dephemerember in is utilizing some jeans and jean pockets. This I think will go on the back, and these are going to go here on the front. This makes a neat loop to put my Stabilo All pencil in, and then I thought this little pocket would be great for housing my little pencil sharpener for that, and then this for a couple of other odds and ends that I use on a regular basis when I'm working in a journal. This actually I started making because of Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and she did a tutorial on creating a jean journal cover and then an art journal out of, just supplies you have in your craft room. Now, this cover also is going to be neat because it is going to attach around the journal and hold it together, but this part will be totally detachable. Once I get it all together, I'll show you. That also I saw from someone online. This part is, this feels like old book cover fabric almost, a little vinyl-y, if you will. And this I got at my local, it's like you in England call them op shops, I think. It's like a Salvation Army, only it's run by the Underground Railroad to help victims of domestic abuse. So this also is an envelope. That'll be those padded envelopes. That will make it a little squishy, and then fabric will be added here. I just haven't done that piece of it, and I may not until I'm totally done, because this will tend to get very gator-mouthed, I am sure. So inside here, what I have done is I have put together the signatures, but not bound them or sewn them in yet. And there's a very good reason for that, and that is that I know that doing the mixed media can get pretty messy. And so I think I'll wait until closer to the end to bind it. Now what I have done is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 signatures, but these signatures are very thin, as you see, and also I have used the paper that you see that's down here underneath. This is, and I've already used parts of it underneath my art, but this is like one super long, huge piece, but at certain spots it is perforated so that you can tear it apart. And that's what I did. I used that as the main base for the journal, and then added other papers to it. And in each signature, I've decorated at least one page spread before I got started, just to kind of get in the mood, etc. Okay, so I'm just going to show you real quickly, like this first one. This is a printable from, I believe, Artie Mays. I have done some staining, coffee and tea staining on it, on the back, little vellum. This is a printable from Luise. This is her, I believe it's called Watching Over You. I love it, and I'll show you why in a minute. This is the page in this signature that I have done already, and this has, it's very much mixed media. There's collage, there's stamping, stenciling, texture paste, splatter. So yes, and then putting this together is a little different because it was already corrugated or perforated, and then in pieces that were about this size already. I had to find a way to add in other pages, and so I just used the little bits that I cut off of the sides of these papers to make it the size that I wanted the pages to be, and those then I used to glue in other pages. So this actually is from one of the accounting books or ledger books that I used for my husband's jewelry store many, many years ago. Okay, so in between each double page of the brown is other paper. This was also papers that were in there. This is a calendar, you know, a desk calendar or planner, if you will. Now, this is where I added in day 1 of Dephemerember. You can't hardly see it. It's a silver rub-on, and it's a 1. And I happened to find this cute little girl on a mason jar. I cut out the hedgehog because it was hedgehog and mason jar and fluff, and I have used some of, can't think of what it's called right now because you can tell I'm tired. It's very, very late. Actually, it's early morning here right now. Anyhow, it'll come to me in a minute. It's a kind of cloth. Yeah. I put little bows. This could even be fluff. It's a little burlap bow. Hedgehog. She's holding the hedgehog. And then over here, the flip side of the mason jar, there was a label. There were some blank mason jars that had labels that said certified organic, and I thought, well, that's definitely homegrown and organic, isn't it? And I took some parchment paper and used that in the shape of the mason jar and added it in here, and it can untie, and then you can replace it when you want to. The splatter on this page was really kind of interesting because this is what I used, and if you notice, it's gold. It's called color pour. Certainly looks gold to me, but I shook it, and when I splattered it on, notice how it turned, some of them turned like a silver. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if you can see that there. But anyhow, so that was my day 1. This is the part of that Watching Over You printable that I just love. The children that Luise used in here, and the combination with the birds and animals is just really cool. So there's that, and then, you know, the flip side of those, okay? So there are 7 signatures like that in here, and these are all papers. You see, it's the same idea, but I want to leave this out because this is what I'm going to be working on next. This is the page that I want us to use to do the prompt number 2, which was splatters and playing card, and I'll show you that in a minute. anyhow, so this I had already done. This is a pocket. And I have splattered, again, texture paste. And yeah, my splatters got a little messy there. Over here, this is some of that drywall tape. And these, again, were some stencils with textured paste, old book page. And yeah, so you get the idea. And I let it purposefully overflow onto this page because then the whole thing goes together in my eyes, okay? So here's my playing card. And all that I have done is I have taken tea bags, put it on the front and on the back, okay? And if you are not familiar with taking or using tea bags, let me quickly just show you. Okay, all you do is that little staple, if you're real cautious, and just kind of with your fingernail or with a tool of some sort, you can pull that out without ripping the paper, and you can get rid of the staple. I save these because these little tags sometimes come in handy, and you can see this is just my Lipton black tea, plain black tea, and I use that later. Then I take this, and I'll show you one here, but I have a little trash bag off to the side that I use always when I'm in here crafting, and I just unfold it, and I dump out the tea. Now, you can use the tea in your craft projects, too, to give texture or what have you. Then what I do is I just very carefully pull that apart, and usually it comes apart without ripping. It's just gently with your fingers. And it ripped a little bit there, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Now, if you want to, you can iron it. I don't, because when you glue it and everything, it's going to flatten out. Okay, so then I just put it over top. I actually use glue stick. I put glue stick, well, first I must say, I did file down the card because they are shiny and sometimes things don't like to adhere to them. So, filed it down, put down glue stick, put down the tea bag, pressed it out. You can just pull around the edges and it'll come right off, or you can cut it, whatever you like. Okay, so that's that. And I have these adorable cards that I showed you in the Kara Brandon video. And I just thought, it's giraffe is the animal, and these cards were just so precious. I thought, why not go for it? So the only other thing that I have done is I did distress around the edges of the playing card and of this card. And I used a vintage photo. That's what I'm currently utilizing. Okay. Now, the next thing, I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment because I don't want to get stuff all over it. And I will show you what I have done. Here are some samples to show you. I played with this stencil, which again is the Geometric Polynesian, because I thought it certainly looked like a design that would work well with a giraffe. And so I utilized different sprays. So first I used the aged mahogany. That's this color over here, which is kind of a pinkish brownish color. And that didn't really do what I wanted, but I could see. Then I utilized weathered wood. Now the weather wood is this here, which is a grayish color, which that had some potential, so I thought, well, okay, I might want to use that. I knew this probably would work if I wanted to blend in some of the colors off of the giraffe. This is salvage patina, which I love this color. However, I don't know. It doesn't go real well. Perhaps with a little weathered wood over top it would match better, but thinking I'm not going to utilize that. Then, what other colors did I spray with? Okay, scattered straw is the yellowish colors, and I like that. I especially liked this effect where it got a little darker in places. Now, so that I thought would make kind of a good base, but I didn't play with it on the tea bag yet, so I want to do that, and you can watch with me and see what we think. This stuff is awesome. This is called Black Magic. It's Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist, and it says it has a new formula. I have no idea how long I've had this. It was $6.89 when it was purchased, and I'm not even sure I purchased it new. I did get some things at a garage sale, and this might have come from that. But the neatest thing about this is, if you look closely, and I don't know if you can see it, but it has gold shimmer in it. So it is, oh, there you can see the sparkles a little bit. It's really cool. So it gives the effect of sort of a blackish or a grayish black with some gold in it. And I really like that, and so I'm definitely going to use that. Now, I did also try a distress stain. This is antique linen, and it just sort of bled everywhere. Didn't really do much in terms of getting the design or anything. Really hard with the stains to get a good coating that doesn't go underneath the stencil, so not impressed with that. Okay, so this will make some great collage fodder now for me, or backgrounds. Okay, so let me get another piece, and I'm making it purposefully rather big because this stuff, it's hard not to make a mess everywhere. Okay, and that may create some shadows for a minute, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, here we go. Here's the tea bag, and I want to spray a little bit of that straw on it to see what it's going to do. Okay, and I'm not going to splatter even with this gold because I don't like that it came out silver. Okay, I'm shaking this up really well. So let's just see. That's kind of a lot of spray, but doesn't matter. And I'm gonna I didn't want to get it on my hands. I could use my little brayer, but okay. So, ooh, kind of like that. Kind of neat. Okay, and now, oopsie. Let's see what happens. They usually dry pretty quickly. Want to try that Black Magic over top of it. See what that will do, okay? So let's see. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. And I'm okay. Ooh. You can really see the shimmer here. I can. I don't know if you can though. Pull it over here a little bit. Yeah, I do like that effect, but I do want to go lightly with the spraying because I don't know how well you can see. There is shimmer in there, but you don't really notice it as much until it dries. Okay, so kind of know where I'm headed there. So, alrighty, keeping that in mind, then I am, okay, gotta find a place for that. I am going to turn this around because I don't want to get this on the other side of the card just yet. Oops, I'm going to go like that so it doesn't get... Okay, so I want to do the back of the card. Okay, I'm going to use the yellow first, the scattered straw, distressed oxide spray. Okay, go back over here with this. You know, and with that red underneath, even though I've used a tea bag over top of it, it's still that, the red on that card is still really coming through. So, it doesn't really matter so much because that's not the main side of the card that I'm concerned about anyhow. So now, let's put down the black magic. And really, I'm mostly interested about the edges because I have this little design that's going to go on the page. Okay. Okay, what do you think about that? Okay, I think that's not half bad. And the other thing to keep in mind is this is going to go on here like so. And I'll probably put a few little ferns with it. Yeah, so I think that's going to be fine the way it is. Okay, so there's that side. And kind of wanted that to be dry, and my excuse me, my heat gun is not plugged in here, and it will probably take longer to plug it in than it will for it to dry. So we'll give it a minute. But again, check out PM Artist Studio. I have more of these that I'll be showing you at a later point and we'll play with some. But it's been quite a while since I've played with sprays and done anything like this. So yeah, kind of different. Okay, let's go over here now. Notice I used the 2 because it's for day 2 of Dephemerember. And again, over here, I'm going to be doing the background. Okay, that was the scattered straw again. And again, you know, you don't see it a whole lot, but it is there. Okay. Don't like, yeah, that's not going to show, but get rid of it. Kind of a blob there. Excuse me. Still recovering from the acute bronchitis that I had, so sorry for the cough and the racket. Okay, so let's dig in now. Oh, there's still yellow on it. Trying to get some of those circles in there. Stay away from the two. Oh, and what did I do? Right on it. Okay, let's see here. Might be more than what I wanted, but oh well. Okay. Well, we have 1, 2 that is totally legible, so that is fine. And now, let's get that dry. There are faster ways if I would just plug in when I don't want to. Take me longer to plug it in. It's a little convoluted in here in this room. It's behind a dresser where the cord plugs in. There are very limited plugs in here and extension cords and whatever, but still. Okay, that is where this is going to go. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to do any spraying on that. It'll just ruin it. The card is too tiny, I think, and I don't want to ruin it. Okay, so I think then I can put this out of the way for the rest. This was just kind of a chance to play a bit. Okay, now, so I'll bring this back over here, this, and these are stickers, and boy, I'm just wondering how easy it's going to be to use those. Okay, let's go over here. I've distressed around this. I tore around it, and yeah. Ah, there it is. Pardon the reach and the shadows. Okay. Get my glue book out. Okay. And I'm just going to use my glue stick here. I do like the Scotch Create permanent, make sure it's permanent, glue stick. Now, I may make more of these for that page, but I'll show you my other idea for the page that I'm thinking about doing. as well. And this also, now, I could leave the top of that open so I could stick a little tag or something in there. So I think I'll do that. And if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to use my Barely Art glue. I prefer this over the art glitter glue because it gives just a little bit more setting time, you know, so it doesn't set up super quick. Whoops, and I was going to make that a tuck, wasn't I, or a pocket, and I almost blew it. And it also it can be mailed out in the winter and doesn't get destroyed. So, and price-wise, I feel like it's about the same. As the art glitter glue. Okay, maybe I want to turn it this way so the 2 shows more, huh? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Now, I did print this out really tiny. I love this quote. Let your faith be taller than your fear. And right now I have to say that's important to me because I do have an upcoming surgery and I am a bit anxious about it because 13 years ago when I had my left knee replaced, I ended up on the cardiac unit with massive AFib after surgery. So yeah, just a little bit worried about the surgery as a result. Okay. I just think that giraffe is so doggone cute. Okay, now, if I wanted to, I do have the little piece that I could tie onto that to use. I just, for one thing, it's too long, so if I use it, I'll put it in there for now because it can come out. I'm just going to loop it in. I'm cutting it in half because it was way too long. The baker's twine, that's what it's called. Okay. I'll put that in there. It will go in. And loop it. And pardon my nails and my hands because I've been crafting and cleaning and decorating, trying to get that done before I go in for surgery. There, I thought both of those were too long. Okay, so now we have that. We can still stick something down underneath. And I thought since it has a little, maybe I should zoom it in a little bit and you can see. I hope I haven't been too far out doing this today. This is going to be a bear to get apart, I know it. So funny, since I've had my cataract surgery, oh, yay, great. I still, I'm over here pushing on my nose like I'm pushing up glasses because I wasn't seeing as clearly as I wanted to. It's just the lighting, I am sure. So I'm just going to snip off part of that and just kind of that in there, just to add a little more greenery is all I'm thinking, you know. And I know you probably can't see this. It's not super easy to see, But it just fluffs it up a little bit more, I think. Maybe one more piece. There. Okay. Let your faith be taller than your fear. And can you see the glitter at all? There is gold shimmer on that, but I don't know that you're seeing it. Okay, I'm going to flip it. Oh, of course. When I flipped it around, oh well. So it's upside down here. Wouldn't you know it? I bet somebody was back there going, don't do it, don't do it. But I did it, so what can I say? And over here, would have been good to leave that so I could peel it up, huh? And put it behind, but I wasn't thinking, so let's see here. I do have some that aren't quite as wide. Yeah, maybe like that, huh? Okay, let's see here. Now, to get it apart is the thing. I hate it. Oops, almost. All right. Woo. The static, though. There. Maybe it needs something there, too, huh? Yeah, let's take that one. Okay. Sorry, this is probably painful to watch. Here we go. Cut that one off just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. There's that side. And we flip it like this, and we get this side, right? Okay, now let me get the signature that it's going in. And I thought it would look kind of cute coming out at an angle here like that. But I also have from the Kara Brandon tags, which I do plan on using in my books. I have that tag that I made the other day. And it's a belly band too, but that was day 23. But it has the other little critters, including a moose, a fox, a deer. Oh, come on, you can go back in there. And of course, another giraffe. So I thought that could fit in here as well. I could pop out this side or like this, or we could kind of do like that, maybe like that. and that could come out here. At any rate, that's my idea for now, and that is day 2 of Dephemerember. So, I hope you got something from that, hopefully some ideas, and what fun it is to do this challenge, and I thank you so much, Luise and Barbara, for creating this for us to play along. So, until the next time, thanks for stopping in. Get out there, make some art, have some fun, and take care of yourselves and stay well. It may be a while before you see me again. Surgery is this Wednesday, so I'm guessing probably a week or 2 before I'm going to feel up to coming on. I could be wrong, though. Let's hope I am. Alrighty, see you later then. Until next time, bye-bye.